What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, K Nix, coming to y'all with our very first conspiracy video. Yes, you heard it right. Conspiracy video. Now, very important question. K Nix, when did you know that you were a conspiracy theorist? Well, good thing for y'all, I knew at a very, very young age. I don't know what Iron Man movie it was, but there was an Iron Man movie, and I think they called it like God's Eye or something like that, which it was just like a giant computer screen, and you typed in anyone's name, and they could just pinpoint them anywhere on the earth using ATM cameras, using cameras from like driving on the street where they got them on the things. Man, that is where it all started for sure. But today, that's not what we're talking about. We are going to be talking about the conspiracy that brought all the conspiracy theorists to the surface. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Stranger Things. If you guys didn't know, Stranger Things was based off of a real government experiment called the Montauk Project. And it's real life based off real things. So what we're going to do today is dissect those things and get into it. Let's just go ahead and start. Let's get into it. The Montauk Project began in the early 1800s. It started getting attention because of the Montauk Project Experiments in Time book by Preston Nichols. And basically, the Montauk Project is said to have involved a range bizarre of fringe and scientific experiments, including time travel, mind control, psychic warfare, and extraterrestrial contact. And people just really have the nerve to say, well, I guess not even anymore, because the government has literally told us straight up that there is aliens walking the earth. That, like, the president of the United States has come out and come clean about that. So I'm glad that's cleared up. Montauk Project. There was something. Hold on. It originated in 1955 when Carl M. Allen sent noted copies of Morris K. Jessup's book to the case of the U.S. UFO of the U.S. Navy, claiming he witnessed a secret experiment of the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in 1943. Allen alleged that the USS Eldred, a cannon-class destroyer escort, became invisible, teleported to Norfolk, Virginia, and returned to Philadelphia, with bizarre effects on the crew, including insanity, illness, and even fusion with the ship. Alrighty. Now, first of all, I just want to say, if you don't feel like the government would, we probably won't get along, because they will. And they probably have years and years and years and years ago. Like, honestly, they'll do anything. So this is just not surprising to me. Okay. Now, when I was doing my research on the Montauk Project before I started the video, I came across the Bulgarian experiment, and this refers to a state-sanctioned LSD experiment conducted in Bulgaria from 1962 to 1968, and it aimed at understanding psychotic disorders through the use of psychedelic drugs. So very, very uncommon, all these experiments. The experiments were led by Bulgarian psychiatrist Marina Bojvida, probably butchered that, and involved approximately 140 trials with various subjects, including doctors, artists, miners, truck drivers, and even prisoners and mentally ill patients. These studies were conducted during a time when recreational drug use was largely unknown in Bulgaria, and they were legally sanctioned by the state. The primary goal of these experiments was to explore the effects of LSD as a substance that can induce symptoms similar to psychosis, such as hallucination and delusions. The research aimed to better understand psychotic disorders like schizophrenia by mimicking the effects of naturally occurring psychosis in a controlled environment. The use of LSD was seen as a promising method for studying these conditions as it allowed more systematic approach to understanding the lying mechanisms of psychosis. So what I gathered from just reading that is basically so they tried to mimic schizophrenia with a drug and tried to understand this disease, schizophrenia, by something that's not, by making all these people test run. I just don't understand really what the end result of this was supposed to be. Conclusion: the Bulgarian experiment represents a unique chapter in history of psychological research, highlighting the insertion of state policy, scientific inquiry, and the use of controversial substances like LSD. The findings from these experiments contributed to the understanding of psychotic disorders, although the ethical implications of using human subjects in such studies to continue to be a topic of discussion today. Backtrack. Stranger Things showed 11. She was the main character. She was the test subject. She was ripped from her mother as a baby out of the hospital. Then her mother was given a lobotomy to try to forget everything that happened. And she was literally, for the rest of her time, in a psychosis, repeating these same words over and over. And it just so happens that those words were like the last like 3-4 memories of what she's seen. She just kept repeating those words like when that moment happened. So all these trials and various subjects, I wonder if it was like, I don't know, what's the word? Consentful? Probably not. Probably not. Now, kind of pushing all that to the side, all those years, all those like trials and stuff, that is when not only like psychedelic, like pharmaceutical companies were starting to grow during these times. Not grow, but become. If you ever have the chance, go look up hospitals before big pharma. Look up healthcare before it was just taken over by the industry, before state policies were implied. It was nothing, it was literally outside. The sunlight healed you, frequency, that bells healed you. That's why there was always bells and, church, bells, healing. Ooh, they go together. I'm just saying, this is not a coincidence. It's not. They literally created these drugs, medications to try to. It's not the same. You cannot take a man-made drug and try to compare it to a human disease. All these diseases, all these medications. I work in a pharmacy. I'm telling y'all, it's a scam. Insurance is a scam. You go to these doctors, you tell them, hey, I have depression. I'm telling y'all, it can get deep. Y'all don't want me to get deep. Y'all don't want me to do it. Y'all don't want me to do it. It's all a scam. If you're taking prescription medications, I'm not saying all of them. Some of them are necessary, I mean, I wouldn't. It's just so hard to say because I feel like there's certain medications that are just prescribed a lot, and I just feel like the doctors just repeat the same things. Oh, you have an earache? Take this. Oh, you have a I don't know, a backache? Take this. And they give them the same thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think that the government has been doing this for years and years, and God knows what they have really truly done. And they have us wrapped around our finger. Like I have like lines and lines of people waiting for the pharmacy to come pick up their prescription, and God forbid it's not the insurance don't cover it, or you got these people feeding for stuff they don't even need. How do you feel? How do y'all feel about it? Do you feel like big pharma is a scam? Do you feel like the government did these tests on people? Do you feel like they were ripped from their parents when they were in the hospital? Do you feel like these people were science experiments? Do you feel like it was necessary to do all these scientific trials to get this information? Was it necessary? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, why don't you go ahead and give me a little like? Go ahead and subscribe. This is your girl K Nix, and I am